People wish for a lot of things. A bigger dick, a BBL, a woman to make you a sandwich, but nobody has ever wished for Section 8 people to move next to them, because they know when you see Section 8, it's time to vacate. But have you ever wondered what happens when you kick them the hell out? Black men, this is how they were able to achieve a 90% drop in crime overnight. I want you to pay attention to what this white dude says in the beginning as he describes just how bad it was.
Best words to describe it without being too graphic: drug infested, and a lot of families that were really broken and
broken
bad path.
families.
That's the best way I could put it without making it sound really bad. But it was that bad.
Notice he's trying not to, I think he just doesn't want to come off as a racist because he probably doesn't feel that way. But that's why he created the term racial. I'm not a racist, but we're racial. Let's just admit it. We are racial and we notice things.
Fred Bonifant moved into the Lynx apartments about a year ago, something he never would have considered 3 or 4 years ago.
Of course
when the
not.
158-unit complex was called On the Green at Royal Oaks, a place where open drug dealing and murders were not uncommon, a place where Claremont County Deputy Bill Brewer was gunned down in February of 2019.
A dramatic turnaround from where we were at in 2019.
Pierce Township Police Chief Paul Brocksterman says in 2019 the department responded to the complex on average 37 times a month.
Hold up. I want you to imagine that, black men. Imagine living at a place, doing your 9 to 5. You're walking the golden path, right? You're working your 9 to 5 job. Then when you have your free time, you're working on your side projects. You're getting greater qualifications, greater education to get those greater qualifications. Because remember that one video I showed you guys, that really long video about the black nurse that threw her job away for no reason. When we have similar qualifications of other men, we make about the same amount of money as other races of men. But imagine trying to do that when your place that you live to rest your head is getting 37 calls a month.
That number is now down to less than once a week.
Normal.
This is a copy of the complaint I have filed.
This was the turning point, May of 2021, when Claremont County's prosecutor Mark Ticolvi filed suit against the owners of the apartments, threatening to take over its management.
They were so angry that they actually threatened them with law enforcement, with a court case. Like, you guys have failed so much to, basically they said this: you have failed so much to build a community that we're just going to take it over by legal force.
By the end of the year, the complex sold, changing hands from an out-of-state real estate investment company to an Ohio company, Luma Property Group.
We've done a lot to this property since we've gotten it.
That's the black woman you see in the thumbnail. But basically, they brought in a black woman to kick out all the Pukishas.
Property manager gave us a tour of the newly renovated apartments. Each unit now has plank floors, new windows, doors, counters, stainless appliances, carpeting, and washers and dryers.
We do credit and background checks for everyone who lives here.
See, that's how they say they kicked the Section 8 people out. Well, they did background checks and credit checks. They targeted the ratchetness, and they said, yeah, no, you can't be here. You got to go.
And then again, we're just making sure with the people who already are here that they have all the tools that they need to live here and be happy.
If there were ever a symbol of how this apartment complex is turned around, it would be this pool. They're just putting the finishing touches on it now. It has not been open for nearly 7 years. It's going to be open in about a week or two.
We asked the head of Pierce Township's Economic Development whether this was...
The crazy thing is, like Mr. Keep It Simple, shout out to you. That's his channel. You should definitely check it out. Is that a 9 to 5 literally does save lives. You saw that cop, he was down there when that crime rate was high. What was it, 37 calls a week? He was gunned down. He's no longer with us. That guy is deceased. And you know that a lot of black people, especially black men and teenagers, were probably deleted and sent to the upper room because of that crime wave. All they did to solve this 90% crime problem overnight, by the way, black men, is they just kicked them out. That's it. And black men, what this made me realize is the honest truth is all black people need in this country to do well is black women's cooperation. And you can get the cooperation 2 ways. They can either choose to cooperate with you to build these safe neighborhoods, which is easy to build. You just have to live the 9 to 5 life, promote 9 to 5 activities, teach your kids that having a 9 to 5 is perfectly fine and good, date within the class of 9 to 5 people, and set up your structure so if you don't have a 9 to 5, you're not really welcomed in that community. Right now, that community that exists, it's now a safe 9 to 5 community. That's why it's safe. It's not so much that the rents are high that made it safe. It's just the fact that non 9 to 5 people were kicked out. otherwise known as Section 8 people. But the thing is, black men, we're not going to get their cooperation, which is why black men, in my opinion, we have to social distance away from them. Now, black men, I want you to pay attention to this woman. How old do you think she is? This is 47-year-old Nichelle Turner, host of Entertainment Tonight. And she's about to tell us what kind of man she desires.
I want to welcome you back to Black Side Tonight. We're going to talk about ET host Nichelle Turner, who happens to be 47 years old. She says that she wants an educated thug to be her next man.
Now, I don't know if you have a lot of experience with thugs, but I do. And let me tell you what a thug is like. So when I was a teenager, I accidentally made the horrible mistake in my city of trying to talk to black people on the wrong side of the city. Now, I didn't understand in my naive head why this mattered. But basically, once I walked into that neighborhood to visit a friend, I found myself being chased by 19 teenagers. Some were grown men, I guarantee. And they chased me down trying to beat me to death. That's what thugs are. What this woman wants is a thug who's, after they finish terrorizing their community, beating people to death like I would have been beaten to death if I wasn't faster than them. I had to run for 6 blocks nonstop, jumping over fences just to escape with my life. And I got lucky that they didn't have firearms at that time. She wants a guy who did that, terrorize people like me, like you, like kids. And after hurting people, deleting people, putting poison in the community, has a change of heart at 40. And she wants to make sure that young black boys try to become this thing. So basically the plan that they give the young boys is do your best to be a thug when you're young. When you're a teenager, be a thug, be a psycho, be a criminal, hurt as many people as you can. And then when you're like 38, 40, try to become educated.
Says she want an educated thug with tattoos to be her next man.
I don't have any tattoos, so you know I wasn't checking for them for a long time. I never let them peer pressure me into getting a bunch of tattoos because I already knew that I'm already a black man who's a minority in this country, right? So I knew that one of the easiest ways to not get profiled was to just not to have any visible tattoos. Now, some of y'all might like tattoos, you know, that's fine. But I just think it's crazy how it's expected of black men to have tattoos.
This isn't shocking. Most women out there love them some Pookies and Ray Ray. But I'm glad that Nichelle Turner, who happens to be middle-aged, she wants a man who's got that thug life in her. And I would like to tell all the brothers out there who are educated but who are not thugs, who don't have tattoos, don't worry about it. There are plenty of women out there who just want a decent brother.
Yes, there are. And that's what I always tell black men. Don't turn yourself into some toy, some little boy toy sex thing for them. It's going to ruin your life. If you become as attractive to them as they want you to be, you will be considered enemy number one to society. Society will hate you. You will be targeted. You will be impoverished. You will have almost no money. And that's the cost of Keisha worship. That's the cost of being made attractive for them. It's not worth it. Get somebody else. She's out here, 47 years old, working for Entertainment Tonight. She's probably a millionaire. I'm almost guaranteed she's a millionaire. That means she's living in a really nice community, and she still wants to bring thugs to her probably gated community. That's why being around them, physically around them, is so dangerous. They will still bring criminals right next to you. Anyway, shout out to the YouTuber who provided that clip, Black Sight. He has some very interesting videos. I've been watching some of his stuff. I like it, especially that Fire Malika Andrews video. Now, I want y'all to check out the kind of black men that American black women mostly want to bring in to your neighborhoods, to their neighborhoods. These are the guys that they actually want. This is a guy, his name is Demetrius, but everyone calls him Big Meech. He was a big drug dealer. He was doing $1 million worth of drug deals with cocaine. He was working with cartels. It was a violent and cruel drug trafficking operation. And I bring this up because right now, Big Meech was just released early from his 30-year prison sentence. Now, this is the buy-up on the guy. This is his last name. I'm just gonna call him Big Meech, 56. Was originally sentenced to 30 years in prison following his 2008 conviction for drug trafficking and money laundering. That's what they were able to get him on. He was recently transferred to the residential program in Miami. He's been released early. Anyway, you can read this part if you want, but here's the important part. Brittany K. Barnett, who represented Big Meech, and is the co-founder of the Buried Alive product, which basically tries to get Pookies and Ray Rays out of prison early, from my understanding. Said Thursday that she is overjoyed that he's finally free after nearly 20 years behind bars, and she can't wait to invite him to your neighborhood. And if you don't think the average black woman is excited about this, I want you to check out some of these videos. Now, before I begin, when I was looking at social media, all these different sites, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, I saw what should have been hundreds of black women, and only black women, no one else, talking about they couldn't wait for this drug dealer to come home. But you know what I decided to do? I decided to give the attention to those who really want the attention, the ones that actually went out of their way to make a whole video loving and praising and glazing this dude. So check out this one. She goes by the TikTok name Hood Rat Holly. I don't know why you would describe yourself as that, but remember, black women in this country, they don't listen to us. They do what they want to do. And the first thing you're going to notice is that she is so loud.
Baby, the word on the street is Big Meech home. Let me know something so I can book my Detroit ticket right now. My Atlanta ticket right now. The word on the curb, Big Meech home.
Why are you so loud?
Big Meech home. Y'all hold the fuck up. What is we doing? It's party time. Invite me to the parties.
Look how excited she is to see this 56-year-old black man come home from prison. There is nothing that gets black women in this country more excited than a black man coming home from prison. And the only thing that might be able to even compete with that is a black woman getting a white man. And yeah, you notice the whole telltale signs, full of tattoos, neck tattoos, colored hair, that bull nose ring that they always do that we have no idea why. And she's not alone. The whole sisterhood is happy with her. I had to take the music out of this one because of copyright reasons, but I just want you to see the sheer happiness in this woman's face. And before I show you the clip, I want you to read the caption clearly. It says, "Point of view. I'm in Big Meech coming home party turned up with 40-year-old women who have been holding him down for years," which means she is admitting exactly what I'm saying and other black male content creators are saying. They have been holding down this criminal for years. And now the next generation, these are what, 18, 20, 30-year-old women? They're joining too. Look at that smile. She's cheesing. The twerking, the smile, look at that tongue sticking out. She is thrilled that this guy is back home. Whatever neighborhood she's in, she is desperate to invite Big Meech, a drug dealer, a known guy that messes with cartels. She can't wait to invite that guy and all his friends to your neighborhood. Is why I made that video, why white people leave when black women move in. They know what's happening. And you see what the black women are doing, the American black women, they're dancing. They can't wait for this guy to come back home. So this brother right here was not too happy about all these black women glazing this convicted drug dealer who is responsible for the deletions of countless black people, men, women, children, grandmas, people like you and me. So he went off. And this is what he had to say.
You excited about Big Meech coming home, but your mama a crackhead. The only nigga that had to make up lies about their mama is excited about a drug dealer coming home. Tell them the truth about why you live with your grandmama. How the fuck you excited about Big Meech coming home with your holiday hard-ass mama? Didn't she trade you for $10 in a fix? Matter of fact, didn't she trade you 2 Big Meech? I mean, he just want to kiss you, girl. He just want to kiss you, baby girl. Ooh. Big Meech coming home. Big Meech coming home. Your daddy ain't coming home. Your daddy's still in jail. Because he tried to be like Big Meech. None of that matters. Because it's Big Meech. He made money. He had shiny things. Everybody knows raccoons are attracted to shiny things. How do you catch a coon to train dogs to catch coons when you don't have a coon? Get a coon some shiny things. Place something shiny in the trap or the bando. And the coon gonna reach in to grab that shiny thing. Once it grabs that shiny thing, it will not let it go. Coons just love shiny things.
And he just goes on and on and on. You know, he's really roasting them up. But I agree with him. It is insane that they are happy that this guy is coming home. No other race of people in America would be excited that a drug dealer, criminal, and people deleter is coming back home. Not the whites, not Hispanics, not Asians, no one else. Just the blacks here. But really, it's not even truly the blacks. It's mostly just black women. I've barely seen almost no black man excited except for those compromised dudes in that evil music industry. But to the 9-to-5 men who don't have to sell their cheeks to the diddler, no, they're not happy. Anyway, black men, what do you think? If we want to improve our image and be safe and protect our kids, if we want to be able to retire in happiness, we got to have a lot of distance between us and them. We got to delineate between us and them. We got to make people start to think of us almost as a different ethnic group. Right now, a lot of black women have started calling themselves exoticals. I say good. Call yourselves exoticals. We'll be black men. You can be exoticals. Let people think of us as different things because we want different things. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Comment below, like, and subscribe to this channel if you like the content. We're getting close to 1,000 subscribers, and I really appreciate you guys if you would help me get to 1,000 subscribers. So please, if you haven't subscribed, please give me that subscription. And always remember, black men and men who aren't anti-black who watch this channel, you are not invincible. Your strength has limits. And if you want to be happy, you gotta choose wisely. Black men, social distance away from them. We cannot change their mind. They have chosen this decade after decade, generation after generation. We got to finally accept that they do not want us 9-to-5 black men. They want the men that they want. They want these educated thug kind of men, and that's not us, so we got to stay away from them. See you guys.